your girl Jasmine back with another video on the channel. Yes ma'am, yes sir. If you clicking on this video today, I appreciate you. I thank you. Hope you will watch this video all the way through and enjoy it, and hopefully you'll gain some tips and maybe just some knowledge about my first time flying Allegiant, my pros and cons of it, what I like, what I didn't like. And if you flew on Allegiant before, let me know, comment down below. I would love to hear your experience with Allegiant. But the reason why you clicked on this video is to hear mine. So, hopefully you guys will enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, push the notification bell so you know notification I post. Follow my Instagram at Beastin with Jay. With that being said, let's get into some pros and cons about Allegiant. Like I said, it's my first time flying Allegiant, so it was all new to me. And I just wrote a list down of some pros and cons of my flight. And so if you see me looking down, that is why I have a list sitting right here of my pros and cons that I'm about to explain to you on this video. Before we get into this video, if you have not watched my vlog going to Miami flying Allegiant, please go back and watch it after you watch this video. It was an amazing trip. My first time vlogging. Would love to hear you guys' opinions about it and thoughts. Good or bad, you know what I'm saying? I take it off. So, but with that being said, you're here for Allegiant, my first time flying Allegiant. And if you're like me, I'm a researcher. If I have not been somewhere, ate somewhere, flown somewhere, driven somewhere, you know, y'all get the drift. I do research, whether it's cars, phones, food. I do the research. And so maybe you're here because you're about to fly Allegiant and it's your first time, or like I said, you have flown and you just want to hear what I got to say about it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into this video. So let's start with the pros. So the pros of Allegiant is that we was told, like I said, my experience, I can't speak for everybody's experience, and I can't speak for Allegiant itself. It's just me, okay? So don't hold me to it. It's just my experience. One pro that I found very enjoyable, I'm sure a lot of other airlines do this, but like I said, it's my first time flying Allegiant, to know that they have a military discount. I have people who's in the military in my family, so I believe that's very important, you know, because I think about them, of what they go through for our country, and to have a discount is very nice for them. And also, just from my experience, people with military background is able to board first, along with, you know, the elderly who needs assistance or anything of that nature. So I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I don't know if all airlines do that, but Allegiant, they did it on my experience, and I thought that was pretty nice. I'm not for sure how much the discount is that they provide, so you might have to look into it. The second pro I had was, I feel like their prices are cheap. Their prices are cheap, but there also is a con with it, and I'll get into that in a few. But their prices are cheap, so you can look at that as a pro. It depends on what you're looking for, you know. And like I said, I really can't say too much, but all I'm going to say is their prices are cheap until I get later into the video. So stay with me, stay with me. The flight attendants. My experience with the flight attendants, they were very friendly, very friendly. Even though the flight attendant didn't have too much of a conversation, it was still, you can still witness them being friendly to other people who were having conversations, who had questions, who wanted to know more information about them, about the flight, about Allegiant. You know, the flight attendants were on point with everything when it came to the food, to the drinks, conversation, entertainment type of thing. Like, you really felt welcome on Allegiant's flight. Like I said, my experience, if you had a different experience, I would like to hear it down below. So I really thought that was a pro, just because I haven't flown in a while, but my last time flying, flight attendant was dry. Very dry. And it was just like, I'm just on here, it's my job, I'm trying to get from point A to point B and get paid, you know? So seeing a flight attendant who was really on here to tell that it was like 4 of them, who was really on the plane, not only to get paid, but also to provide for us, to serve us in any way possible, accommodate us in any shape or form. So let's get on to the cons, okay? I'm looking at my cons and I'm like, I think I have one more con. I think I have 4 cons and only had 3 pros. So I don't know how I feel about that, but we about to see. So remember before I said a pro was how cheap the tickets are, okay? So you can get a good ticket, at least one person can get a good ticket for like $33, you know? And that, like I said, depends on the bundle that you get now. So I'm gonna get there. Stay with me. But a con of that ticket is there's no first class. It's all the same thing. So with your seating, it's very tight. very, very tight. And if you're tall, if you have some height to you, your leg room is slim to none. Now the flight attendants were very accommodating for some gentlemen who were pretty tall, and they had like a middle or a window seat, so they accommodated them to have some type of leg room. But if you have some height to you, you're kind of gonna be uncomfortable. We was blessed to have not really a full flight, so they was able to switch some things around, move some people around to accommodate them, which was very nice because they didn't have to do that. They didn't even have to care about them not having room, you know, like that's your seat type thing, you know. So I thought that was really cool. But the con of that is people want to feel comfortable on planes, and if you're not comfortable in your seat, you ain't got no legs, you squish, it's not too good of a situation. So I put that as a con. Now, I'm not 100% accurate on this, but from what the flight attendants were telling us is that Allegiant is known for landing in smaller airports. So we went to Miami, but we didn't go to Miami's airport. We was in Fort Lauderdale airport and had to find a way to Miami. So that could be a con for some people, because some people want to land in the actual city that they're going to, which is understandable. To me, it wasn't a problem. Like I said, it weighs. You gotta weigh it out. If you want cheap, if you don't want to pay that much for a ticket, and then you have to find your way to get to your destination, kind of gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I'm saying? So it all depends on the person. It all depends on you. So my other con was paying for food and drinks. I've never been on an airline where I had to pay for, you know, snack and a beverage. It's not included with Allegiant, no matter what bundle you get to check out with. It's not included. You have to pay for food and drink. Like, they had combos too, where you can get like a Lunchable, I believe it was like a Lunchable pack, chips and a drink for like $6. Don't quote me, because I didn't get anything. But it was interesting to see, like, you had to pay for that. They have all beverages, so just like any other airline, but except you got to pay. Last con was delays. When doing my research with Allegiant, they're known for delays. So I'm like, you know, people have their own opinions. Things happen. I get it. But, you know, like I said, it's my first time flying Allegiant, and this is just my experience. And I had a delay going to Miami and a delay coming back. So, delays, you know? And when you really, say if I wasn't on vacation, I was on a business trip, and I had to be somewhere that night type thing. And, you know, that can affect you in a very, that can affect you, you know? So, delays, I know you can't really prevent. You can't really, it just happens. Like, one of those situations, just like, it happens. So, it could be a con to some people. So, that's why I have that a con. But to me, it's not that big of a deal, because I'd rather have a delay than cancellation and no refund type thing. So, it's like, okay, a delay, that's cool, you know, it's whatever. But my delay going was, I don't even remember. I just know it was like an hour delay. Coming back home, it was too much traffic in the air. That's what they said. So we had delay with that. Now let's get on to the bundles. So my total for two people, the total was around $235 to $240. I can't really put my finger on it, but it was around that. But we got the total package bundle. So before we get to the total package bundle, Allegiant has 3 bundles called Basic, Bonus, and Total. All right. So Basic, all you get is one personal item, and it's the cheapest option. So if you see a price on there for like $30, that's probably the cheapest option that they have. It's about like the cheapest one I seen was like $25. I never seen anything lower, and that's just one personal item. It just all depends where you're going. But so that's the Basic. The second one is the Bonus, which includes a carry-on, a personal item, and a trip flex. Now, trip flex is when you can do cancellation, so you don't have any fees for your cancellation. So if you want to do trip flex, might as well, just in case something pops up and you have to cancel and you won't have any fees for it. Now, the one I did was the Total bundle. I think the Total bundle is probably the best option, just to have everything covered, you know, that way you won't be worried when you get to the airport if you're able to have this, if you're able to have that. If you have the Total option, it's whatever, you know. So Total include everything I said. So the one personal item, the carry-on, the trip flex, the check bag, You get a seat selection, which I love, and you get priority access, which means you are right next to boarding. You're basically like first to boarding. So after the people who need help, individuals who need help to get on a plane, and military, you're right after that. So priority. So basically, you're right there in the front. And it's just like, why not pay for? This is like, I think the total option was the better one. The total bundle was the better option for me. But like I said, pros and cons flying Allegiant. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've flown Allegiant and your thoughts of it down below. And with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know any other videos you'd like to see from me. See you guys next